Square Enix. So this is, okay, we're getting texts immediately. Never mind. Ah, you are here. Welcome, welcome. I've been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the storyteller. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I shall be your guide going forward. Now then, before we begin our story, there are several things I must bring to your attention. First, this game uses autosave. Thanks, storyteller. The game will automatically save at regular intervals, so you may stop playing at any time. Saving is a very important element of games. It is the only way to keep your memories in place. He's zooming in. It might just be the dark void. Weird thing for him to say too. If you do not wish to rely on autosave alone, you can also save manually via the menu. Next, please look. Oh, it's a mask. I just thought he had a weird face. I did not realize that that was a mask, so he's not old man. Sorry. Next, please look at the upper right of the screen. This is the menu button. From here, you can check the text log, view useful files, and switch auto mode on and off. You can also adjust the brightness, volume, and other settings in the options menu. For instance, if there is a voice you would prefer not to hear, you can mute it by setting the voice volume to 0. Is there voices? Because, like, you ain't talking, dude. I suggest you check the brightness controls and other settings now before going on. Files updated. Update page. How to play. So many options. So, I like the Culture Society tab. 7 Mysteries, Phenomena, Curses, Gameplay Guides. And that's different from this menu? Oh, okay. Got wacky codes. Got the back through the text option. We can do save. Auto button display, I guess in case you forget what buttons do what. Sorry, a little too in media res right now. If that can game language can be changed from the title screen. Dog, you didn't even give me a title screen. We'll at least make the text speeds fast for now. And I think brightness is gonna be okay. We'll keep chromatic aberration on. That seems to be the style. Yeah, voice volume controls or whatever. So, no, I want to apply all. There we go. Applied all. So I guess we can go to a title screen now. We'll use this chance to, introduce the game, maybe. Maybe we'll get through this part first. I will explain other essential functions when the time is right. Ah, there is one more thing I wish to confirm before we continue. It would feel strange to go on without knowing your name. Please, tell me what I may call you. Music decimated, destroyed. No more music. Rogue. I see. Rogue, is it? Yeah. I see. Very good. I seem to have gotten it right this time. That about. So, honestly, I will say, when I was doing a quick test, I do have a different account that I use for testing stuff. I have Dummy's page. When I typed in Rogue, he did say, oh, your name's Dummy, right? Name is Rogue. Nah, dog. I feel like that probably works a bit better on, like, the Steam version of the game. Of, doing the, like, aha, you're lying to me, but it's, important to note that I am a little bit cautious around the storyteller because of that. There's a lot to take from that. So keep that in mind. Alright, now that we've been properly introduced, let us begin our story. Not to mention, obviously, he's just telling us buttons and stuff. He knows things. Presented by Rogue. From antiquity to present day, regardless of how society and civilization evolve, death has been a constant presence that none have ever escaped. Whether it is one's own or that of someone close, death is always a difficult thing to accept. This is an immutable reality, of value shared by all, no matter the age in which they live. In fact, oral traditions reflecting people's fears and prayers regarding death still remain. Ghosts, spirits, and so on. Similarly, simple word, can't say it. Similarly, I still feel like I flubbed out, whatever. In attempt to defy death, many curses, rituals, and customs have been born. From burning spirit incense to summoning the souls of the dead. Some of those secret arts are still being passed down to this day. On that note, Rogue. This may seem rather abrupt, but... is there someone you wish to bring back from the dead? What if? What if you had one chance to use the secret art of resurrecting the dead? Yes, if you had the power to bring someone back to life, one time and one time only. What would you do, Rogue? Use the directional buttons to make your choice. I'd use it even if I had to sacrifice myself. I'd use it even if I had to sacrifice someone. I'd use it if it came at no cost. I wouldn't want it. Let someone else have it. If I'm gonna take the question, like, literally, I feel like I would almost chicken out and want someone else to have that power. I would use it without a cost. It also, like, I mean, I have people in my life that have passed that I would wish, especially, like, in the given moment when it happened, of course I would wish it and maybe even be willing to sacrifice myself. Exchanging of life for someone who already died, not the greatest thing, I would say, morally speaking. Even with, like, I would be willing to sacrifice myself potential. Probably not a great idea, you know, cycle of life and whatnot. Probably still not a great idea if it came with no cost, but again, what's my emotional state? I probably wouldn't be a, altruistic or as bold as to not use it. I'd use it if it came at no cost. But also, the fact that you can only use it one time, I would save it like a goddamn potion in a RPG. Like, I'll use it when the time's right, and then I'll be dead. I see. Very interesting. Yes, that is what I thought you would say. Doubtful. You'd probably say that to all the people who walk in and answer that question. What seems to be the matter? Oh, you want to know what this box that has been sitting here is? It's quite the curious thing, isn't it? This is called a color television. Okay. The world I will be sending you to is full of devices such as this that do not exist in the age you are from. In this era, a color television can be found in nearly every household. This is not all, for example. The person should wish to contact someone while they are out of their home. They use public telephones like this that can be found all over the city. Okay. Old-timey. I get it. It's like when people were questioning what the Red Room was in Stranger Things when they were developing photos. Can you imagine what life would be like in such a time? I'd be thrilled to have you continue the story, Rogue. After all, that is why you came here, no? Yo, I came here because there was a Nintendo Direct. So let us begin. I have kept you waiting long enough. I present to you Paranormasight, mouthful of a title. I'm gonna be honest, it took me a couple tries to remember what the name of this game was, and I wanted to just wait and see it for myself before I said it confidently. Paranormasight. A bizarre tale surrounding the curse known as the Rite of Resurrection. Not what the subtitle of this game's called, though. It's like the Seven... we don't have that menu option. Files? Nope, not that. I don't know what auto button really is. The Seven Mysteries, I think it has like a really fuller name than that. Peculiar yarn ensnaring 9 men and women in a fierce fight for their lives as it unravels. 9 people, 9 doors, 9 hours, whatever. I don't remember the order of events. Some of the characters have, and no relation to Nonary games, it's just, you know, visual novel, mystery. Some of the characters appearing within surely share your views on the Rite of Resurrection. I imagine those who have lost someone dear to them will feel particularly strong about it, clinging to it as their last desperate hope. The first I shall introduce, a man named Shogo Okiie? I know names, is one of them. Shogo Okiie. Oh, person of interest. I can open the update page. Breaking news! Oh, I wonder what it could be at such a time. Early this morning, the body of a drowned man was discovered at a park in Sumida City. Police have identified the body of Shogo Okiie. He's already dead? 25-year-old man who worked at a company in the area. Signs of struggles were found in the Sumida. Police suspect foul play and have launched an investigation. Oh, excuse me. Please pay no mind to what you have just seen. Goodness, you very nearly saw something that would have spoiled the story. Just pretend you did not see that. Let us turn back time, back a smidge, and start again from there. Do you understand? You saw nothing. You know nothing. Yeah, I don't really know anything. This story is a work of fiction. All locations, characters, organizations, legends, etc. that appear in this game have no relation to reality. That is a weird font. I'm assuming it was supposed to be like ink. Like written. Oh, now we're playing the game. Square Enix presents Shogo? Shogo, are you alright? Hey, can you hear me? Yoko. Huh? Hey, that's not a proper answer. Earth to Shogo... I'm gonna have to look up this name real quick. I'm sorry. There's gonna be so many names I'm not gonna know, but I feel like this one's gonna come up enough. Crazy, it turns out it's pronounced how you would think it is. It's just Oki. Earth to Shogo Okiie. What do you think you're doing falling asleep here? You gave me quite the shock. Come on now. Up with you. Up! Up with you, damn it. Okay. Okiie. And... there. How's that? Alright? Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Or your humor is off balance? What does that mean, Yoko? I'm fine, I think. There's definitely nothing wrong with my humors, though my head's still a little fuzzy. Office worker. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Turn your head around a little bit to see if you can walk alright. When the game is in your control, use the right stick or swipe the screen with 2 fingies to look around. Try looking around your surroundings now. Yes, handheld modes is swiping around. Okay, well now we're actually playing the game. We have like a, obviously for finding stuff, it's gonna be like a point and click kind of visual novel. So... I already forgot the name of the game. Paranormasight. There was a recent direct. It was kind of a dull direct. I wasn't a fan of it. It showed off the sequel to this game, and it kind of looked cool, but I didn't really pay it much mind. And then I saw people like hyping it up, like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited for a sequel!" And then this is like on sale for $5 before the sequel comes out in like 2 weeks. So I said, "Why not?" I kind of actually like visual novels, especially with a big mystery. I already mentioned Nonary games. I'm a big fan of that. Never played it for the channel. I don't know if I really can since I know about everything that happens in that. Urban Myth Dissolution Center was great. I liked Another Code, even though the Switch version might not have been the best way for me to play that. But, like, yeah, it seems interesting. Obviously, it's, like, a little bit of a, ghost mystery. I don't know if the ghost stuff is going to be real or not. Oh, hello. I guess this could work pretty well for a, like, spooky game, though, with that, like, moving around. Especially with Yoko up in my face. Good, good. You seem to be fine. What a relief. Do you remember anything, like, where are we? Or what we are doing? The Rite of Resurrection. Huh? Wait a second. When did I tell you about that? Okay, that's what I was curious about. I mean, I guess I must have, seeing as you know that name, but weird. So, okay. I mean, again, the storyteller kind of already puts me on edge with some kind of vague meta element to it. The fact that Shogo can bring up something that we only learned about from the storyteller. I'm assuming since Yoko's talking like this. Interesting. Anyway, you still seem a little out of it. Why don't you look around a bit more? Look around and select things you want to investigate. You can converse with people by selecting their faces. Okay, so we have... Huh. Where are we? Alright, this is Sumida City, Tokyo. We're at Kinshibori Park near Kinchicho Station. The station apparently is not important, not highlighted. Yoko brought me here saying she needed my help with something important. It's just past midnight. That explains why there's nobody else around. File updated. Oh, there's a check mark. Oh, I like that. Check mark. Talk to the face. Look at the body. That's Yoko Fukunaga. Good, at least I can remember that much. I first met her about a month ago. She's 23, works as a housekeeper, and is really into the occult. If I think harder, I can probably recall a little more about what's going on. There's something unsettling with the way the, like, characters kind of start to zoom in a little bit. I guess it's more of a pulse. She's zooming back out. We've only met a few times, but we've really hit it off. She's a lot of fun to be around. I mean, nothing unsettling about her. She seems nice enough. I have no idea how she feels, though. I get the sense she isn't thinking about me that way right now. Damn, already friend-zoned in my own head. But I know I've got a thing for bubbly girls who are into dark things like the occult. Damn, Shogo. Ah! Paranormal fanatic. Yoko, I guess that's more important than the housekeeper part. Person of interest. How updated is this? Oh, very updated. Okay, wait a minute. I should probably read some of these. After obtaining a junior college degree, Yoko started working as a housekeeper due to her ability to see things others cannot. Okay, so she's magic. Definitely more important. Sorry. Others cannot. She has received strange looks from a young age. This ability spurred an interest in the paranormal, which she continues to pursue to this day. Following graduation, Yoko worked as a desk job at a trading company, but butted heads with her supervisor, who was skeptical of the supernatural and quit within a year. Now while working as a housekeeper, she spends her days devouring mystery magazines and visiting haunted spots. As she vowed to live life true to herself and never change for the sake of others, Yoko has no regrets about the path she has taken. Yoko has a dog, a Shiba Inu named Ogopogo, what a name, who has been by her side since she was a student. And then Shogo... So what's his deal then? He's an office worker. Shogo's an unremarkable young man entering his third year, or is it the same brother? Not third year, but unremarkable young man. Might be an older man now. His third year of working in the planning department of Hihaku Soaps, a chemical company headquartered in Sumida. Born in western Tokyo to an ordinary family around the same time as the birth of color TV, he grew up amidst the boom of special effects, heavy action films, anime, variety shows, professional baseball, and pop music. Shogo graduated from a famous private university in Tokyo and has since settled into an apolitical mindset, common amongst those of his generation. with no strong ideals and no particular dissatisfaction with the world as it develops around him. He's content to just go with the flow, having stumbled into his current position by pure chance, and it is safe to assume he will follow the stereotypical path of working his way up the ladder, starting a family, and remaining at the same company until retirement. He plays folk guitar as a hobby and is currently looking for a girlfriend. Storyteller guides those who visit Paranormasight. Everything else about him remains a mystery. Thanks, dude. Guess we did have more information from, like... Okay, we have to kind of go back in the files, I suppose. New is nice. Oh, wow. Oh. One of the 23 districts of Tokyo, located in the eastern part of the city. It is surrounded by the Sumida, Arakawa, and Yunaka rivers. At the start of the Showa era, the area was still divided into two districts, the southern Honjo and northern Mukojima, but they were merged into one district after the Second World War. It is said to be named after the Sumida River and the banks that line it. Unlike the river, however, its name uses the character for ink rather than that for corner. Even now, people still frequently mix up the two. Despite suffering extensive damage from both the Great Kanto earthquake and air bombing during the war, Sumida managed to recover and come out on top every time. What a city. Once filled with samurai residences, it is now home to a thriving industrial district and many residential zones, though evidence of this previous character can still be found all around the area. A lot of landmarks. Is the park a landmark? It doesn't look like this one is in particular. Open 1950. Conveniently close to Shicho Station and surrounded on all sides by roads, this paved park is a popular spot for people to meet or relax. Kinshibori Park was named after the Kinshibori Canal. I think I, missed some syllables when I said the park one. Kinshibori Park. Part of the South Urugetsu Canal, which could once be found nearby. In fact, the area's name, was also derived from the canal. Let's just move on. Move on. And that's all part of this. I'm wondering what the order of locations are for that. I know, reading might be annoying, but that's, I think, is going to be what this game is, so... he said something about how you can recall. Let me think. What can I remember? Okay, her name is Yoko Fukunaga. We met about a month ago. What's the deal with this park? It was around noon in one of my days off. I had just finished running some errands in Kunchiko and was here taking a quick break. I was just looking around absent-mindedly. Oh, I'm looking around absent-mindedly. Can I... Child! Cool. When I noticed this girl loitering about. She was digging up holes in a sandbox and searching around the playground. I love how whimsical this music is. She seemed to be enjoying herself, talking to the animal figures and petting them on their heads. My curiosity got the better of me before long, and I struck up a conversation. Hey, are you looking for something? Ah, sorry, I must look like a total weirdo. Yeah, I guess you could say I'm looking for something. If you want, I could give you a hand. Really? I mean, that'd be a huge help, but... What? Are you really just a good Samaritan? Or are you after, you know, something else? Damn, she caught me. Huh? Definitely the other thing. I don't know enough about this character. It sounds like he basically means the other thing, so I feel like he would be more brash. Haha, you're funny. Hey, at least you're upfront about it. Okay, I guess I'll let you help me. Be warned, you might regret what you've gotten yourself into. Considering how we were spoiled, I guess probably. No worries. What are you looking for anyway? Did you lose a bracelet or something? She's looking for a ghost. Not exactly. I'm searching for one of the 7 mysteries. Supposedly, this is the location of the Whispering Canal. The what now? He's like, oh no, I shouldn't have gotten involved. Now I've done it. I bet you think I'm some kind of lunatic. The 7 Mysteries of Honjo. I think that's the subtitle. Like the full subtitle. Do you know anything about it? I figured everyone around here would have at least heard of it, but I guess not. Honjo is what the southern part of Sumida is called. A long time ago, this part of Tokyo was split into 2 separate cities. We read about that. The north part was Mukajima, and the south part was Honjo. Huh? Aw, am I boring you? Well, I'm not a local or anything. I just work around here. Oh, then no wonder you didn't know. Well, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo is a legend dating all the way back to the Edo period. Really? It's that old? That's like over 200 years ago. Oh, I've got your attention after all. I just assumed it was one of those fake stories made up to chase the occult craze. I don't blame you. A lot of the popular stories going around are pretty fishy. But the 7 Mysteries of Honjo are different, because they're all true. They're true? That's what I said! They're the real deal! So, hold on, what does that mean? Are you telling me there's actually paranormal stuff at work in this park? Yep, pretty much. But there's gotta be more to it. After all I've done, I still haven't found a thing. There was like a period there, I should have paused. That was the first time I met Yoko Fukunaga. File update. We exchanged contact information and we've talked on the phone a few times since. We've even met in person once or twice. But she never brought up the 7 Mysteries of Honjo again. I figured she'd gotten bored of it. Or something came up until today when all of a sudden she decided to resume her search. Huh? Wait a second. Where did Yoko... I didn't get a chance to talk to her! Damn it! And the surroundings are different too. I shouldn't have recalled. Okay. According to Yoko, the Whispering Canal, one of the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, is around here somewhere. It's apparently the story that the expression left at the canal originally comes from. I think I left myself a note about it. I should check my files. Did I look at those files? Let's look at that one since it was brought up. I don't know how much I want to look at every file. Probably a lot. I don't know. If we look at the missing, I guess we can get an idea of how many there actually are. Formerly, and also they're going to be important. So, formerly known as Kinshibori, many fishermen once gathered on the section of the canal that ran through Honjo. As their days came to a close and the fishermen gathered up their catches, a terrifying voice would rise up from the canal whispering, "Leave it behind! Leave it behind!" I like how there's even like a little painting, like note. Pretty like good detail. It's like we're on a wiki page. Those who ignored the voice found themselves unable to move and their previously full baskets of fish emptied. They would then be dragged into the canal, never to return. This strange phenomenon continued to occur, and the people began to call this body of water the Whispering Canal. Well, why don't we just bring a bucket of fish? Figure this stuff out. Yeah, that map. Can we get a zoom in on that map? Location in the southern part of modern Sumida City, it consisted mostly of swamplands until the middle of the Edo period. While it wasn't originally considered part of the city of Edo itself, the area on the eastern side of the Sumida River began to be developed once the Ryogoku Bridge was built after the Great Fire of Miriki. While Honjo is known for its large number of rivers and canals, many of these were dug during the area's urbanization for drainage and sewage. The Ryogoku Bridge area, home to the Eco Temple, I know that was a point of interest that I didn't actually read on the other thing, eventually became filled with both people and shops. After a magistrate was assigned to the area and shops continued to pop up, it soon became a part of Edo proper as its reputation as a lively place spread. Honjo along with other areas like Asakusa and Fukukawa, are still appreciated today for their old-fashioned feel and architecture. Paranormal phenomenon, the supernatural, aliens, cryptids, lost civilizations, ESP. The list goes on. Such unexplainable phenomenon are quick to take on a life of their own. Was ESP... You see a lot of it in, like, anime stuff, like Mob Psycho. Was there a big craze about that in, like, the United States or anywhere else? I know, like, United States, you have a lot of, you had a lot of psychics that claimed they could talk to the dead. I think that mostly died down. I mean, I guess it depends on how much you're actually involved in that. I know it was, like, on TV a bunch. I think that doesn't have as much say in it, besides, like, Zach Baggins going ghost hunting. I'm just curious. It's interesting, the, occult in different cultures. A plesiosaur named Nessie living in Loch Ness, sightings of mythical creatures like the Tsukinoko or Hibagon. Tsukinoko is the fat snake, right? I'm not sure about the Hibagon. The urban legend of the Kukisaka Onna? I don't know what that is either. Television reports of spoon-bending psychics, documentaries which feature mediums and spirit photography. Don't know why I said photography like that. These are only a few examples of stories that have captivated the public. There is no end to this obsession in sight, with magazines on paranormal phenomenon enjoying widespread publication. Most recently, rumors of an ancient ritual known as the Rite of Resurrection have been spreading in certain circles. And then do we know, are we gonna get a hint of what all 7 of these are, or is it gonna just kind of come up normally? Honjo became known as the hotspot for strange happenings during the Edo period. A number of these stories have survived to this day and became known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. That's also something too, like the 7 Mysteries or 7 Wonders. Not like Wonders of the World, I guess, but I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2 Twilight Town had like the 7 mysteries. Struggling to think of other examples, but I know there were other examples I've seen. Well, many of these were likely the result. Also, I always wonder with the 7 mysteries if, like, whoever starts coming up with them has to try really hard to, like, fill out the last couple of slots. Like, you can, like, okay, there's an extra step when you go down the stairs, and if you step on it, you end up in the weird dimension. Toilet ghost. That's all great stuff, but it's like, okay, well, what's the 7 one? I don't know, man. You drop a pencil and, like, a little snake comes and eats it. I'm running out of ideas. Well, many of these were likely the results of people blaming things that didn't understand. Sorry. Really went on a rant on that one. Blaming things they didn't understand on spirits or monsters. The stories continue to be told as urban legends. Despite what the name would imply, there are actually more than 10 of these strange tales. Well, never mind what I was saying. Their roots likely come from stories told by the city's common folk. The most famous of the stories, the Whispering Canal, which eventually became the basis for both an idiom and a well-known Rakugo story. The most famous of the 7 mysteries. I like how we get, like, a little look at the cards, too. Whispering Canal, the Fool's Procession, the Beckoning... Is the Fool's Procession sounds kind of familiar. The Beckoning Light, that also is like just a yokai thing, isn't it? Haunting Clappers. The Evergreen Beach. What is a beach in like that way? The Taiko of Sugaru, the Foot Washing Mansion. Yo, I'm excited for that one. The one-sided read, the Ever-Burning Lantern. I wish we could actually zoom in on these pictures just so we can kind of try to get a better grasp, but it's a... I see the one that's the foot mansion. There's just a giant foot. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna assume these are going to basically be broken down into chapters. So, if we assume... If this is like everything throughout the whole game, and it's going to only amount to 49, that's definitely, like, readable. Most is gonna be culture. Apparently we're gonna get, like, 12 Seven Mysteries. Yeah, like, it's definitely fair enough to... I'm surprised so much of this is actually gameplay related. The last thing is gameplay related? Okay, I'm sorry. I do wonder... One last thing. Might as well do it. Let's save the game. I want to see what Yoko had to say. So I'll just, like, start a different save file real quick on the dummy account. Just to see what I miss, and we will avoid recalling if we can. Alright, girl. I'm a different person now. Let's talk. Yikes, that was close. If we died before we got our hands on the Rite of Resurrection, everything would be over before it started. Okay. Didn't really miss much. We know that she knows about this. But it seems like that's kind of why she's bringing this up again, as she wants to start the Rite of Resurrection. Was it worth me going back? Probably not. Definitely not going to do that for everything I miss as we get further in. Going back, though, is worth it. Because this is a really sick, like, title theme that it's crazy that we miss out on because we had the storyteller introduction. Like, this actually is, like, really cool sounding. I wonder if it'll come up in the game anymore, like, at any other point, but... Let's actually play the game. Let's actually play the game. Let's look at this playground. That's an interesting looking playground. But it's crawling with kids during the daytime, but it's kind of peaceful here at night. We are going to have to, I think, just play the game of trying to exhaust our options. I'm not allowed to look around while I have mouse control. Hey, we learned about that. Telephone booth. These telephone booths are all over town. The lights are always on so they can be used in an emergency. File updated. I was gonna say it's probably important considering storyteller mentioned them to us. What is this, culture? Small booth containing a public telephone, most often found in parks or along roads. Local telephones calls can be placed at a rate of 10 yen per 3 minutes. More recently, telephone booths capable of accepting prepaid cards known as telephone cards have begun to spread, enabling one to make a phone call without the need for small change. The telephone booths in the downtown area tend to be plastered with unauthorized advertisements and leaflets, a problem that has shown no signs of slowing down. I guess obviously from we saw that Culture and Society, Culture and Showcase was what had the new thing updated on it. What happens if I try to recall again? Do I dare do it? I guess I did make a manual save. That's right, she asked me to come here to help her look for one of the 7 mysteries. Actually, I think I did some research into the 7 mysteries of Honjo. Can't remember all too well, I should check my files. Okay, basically the same thing. It didn't update more than what I already had, right? Oh. Oh, well... Fuck, man. I'm gonna say let's not look at this until we feel like we need to. As much as I was, like, into learning about some of these, I think it's probably better to work one mystery at a time. I keep recalling. Alright, it's the same thing. Alright. What are you doing over? You kicking sand again? There she is. She's back to digging up holes in the sandbox and searching around the playground. She seems to be enjoying herself, talking to the animal figures and petting them on their heads. No animal needs that much petting. Shogo, are you jealous? Oh, why was she always petting those animals? Talk to her again, or at least look at her again. Oh! Oh wait, she's coming back this way. Hey, what was that just now? Were you Were you mad about the animals? Huh? Didn't you hear that? I don't think you're hearing things, but I did not hear it. I did feel like I heard something. I'm not too sure, though. That was creepy. But your special talent. You should have been able to hear it. Pay closer attention for me, okay? My special talent? What are you talking about? Huh? I mean your spirit sense. You look like you can handle their liquor. What? Huh? It's like a joke, like spirits. I have no idea what drinking has to do with it, but I don't think so. Well, you must. I mean, you can see me, right? Yoko's a huh? Guess we're gonna follow different characters as events transpire. You're joshing me. Hey, what's that surrounding? It's gotten late, really late, actually. It's already past 1 a.m. There's a chill in the air, but I guess that's normal for this time of year. Or so I keep telling myself. Hey, what's that telephone? Cell phone booths are all over town. The lights are always on, so they can be used in an emergency. I like how it's basically just the note we got again. I'm gonna at least look at her. I'm not gonna talk yet. I don't know how she's so comfortable talking about spirits and the paranormal at this time of night. Either she's got guts or she's just used to it. Unless, no, it can't be. What a weird thing to think when she just said she might be a ghost. But look at that playground. That's an interesting looking playground. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Come on. Come on, dude. Calm down. Part of me feels like I shouldn't have looked away from her. Yo, girl, what are you talking about? Oh, wait. You're kidding, right? About what? I mean, just now. Kind of sounded like you were saying that only people with spirit sense can see you. Of course that was a joke. Duh. You don't really think I'm some kind of evil spirit, did you? I didn't say evil. But, yeah. I meant what I said about your spirit sense being strong. I bet you could down a whole gimlet in one gulp. Seriously. Yoko, what are you talking about? That's the real reason I asked you to help me with the Seven Mysteries of Honjo business. Okay, let me just clarify something. Are you saying you can actually see paranormal stuff? Sure, I could handle a solid Moscow mule. Why are you measuring this in terms of cocktails? Not a believer, huh? Well, that's no matter. But you have to have seen some weird stuff over the years, right? Weird stuff? Yeah, like things you could see but could never understand? You can't be serious. Let me try to recall something. Gotten most of my memory back, but I still feel a bit out of it. Yep, just as I recalled it. About spirit sense. I've seen ghost photos in magazines before, but are you telling me they really exist? You bet they do. But you can only recognize them if you really believe in them, so be careful. So even with my skill, I won't be able to see them if I doubt that they exist? That's right. The spirit world is all about the mind and the soul. You won't be able to see a thing unless you're properly in tune. But sometimes people get caught up in the moment, thinking they might see something, and then they really do, because they believe they would. Is that how that works? Yep, just like drinking, you'll never know how much booze you can handle unless you're ready to down some shots. So basically, she's just saying how capable you are of maybe believing. I'm still not sure I get the drinking thing. Haha, you know, I realized how strange it was as the words left my mouth, but you kind of kept going for it. Like, you really are trying to double down on the metaphor. Sheesh. Yo, but what if she's actually a ghost? I'm upset that this isn't a checkmark. About alcohol. Totally unrelated, but do you actually drink? Real alcohol, I mean. Whoa, talk about whiplash. I didn't expect you to start making small talk. You brought up alcohol. Well, our conversation was getting a bit dark. I figured a change of topic might lighten things up. Oh, I see. If you really want to know, I like to think I can handle a few drinks. But to tell you the truth, I've never actually had a Moscow Mule. Really? Really? Now? Really now? I don't... That seems weirdly comma. I don't know. Like he's saying like, really now? Like he doesn't believe it. I just thought it sounded cool. I would like to try it though. Why don't we go for a drink sometime then? Oh, are you asking me out? Oh, so you were after something else. I'm assuming this conversation would have always happened no matter what choice I made, which makes me more confident in the fact that I had Shogo say he was looking for something else. No, that's not what I meant. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'd be up for that. But only if we find one of the 7 mysteries. Alright, then let's get to work. Oh, okay, so there's more to the conversation then. If you can believe that, there might be hope for you yet. Well, I kind of went on a non sequitur. You can't be serious. That was it? Okay, why wasn't that just part of the whole thing? About the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. I just remembered, I actually did some research on the 7 Mysteries of Honjo at the library. You did? What did you find? A bunch of Wikipedia pages, you wouldn't believe it. Well, I discovered a few interesting things. Oh, tell me everything. 7 mysteries? Although they're called the 7 mysteries, the literature lists 9 of them. I thought I said 10. Oh, I'm surprised you picked up on that. Nice researching. I'm wondering if that means overall that there's just going to be a couple of red herrings. Some people think there could be up to 15. 15?! That's the thing about these old folk tales. Stuff gets added to them over the years. That's more extra stories than main ones. Yeah, but the 7 mysteries rolls off the tongue way better than 9 or 15. I don't know, 9 works pretty well. If you say so. But it makes sense, don't you think? It's more likely to be passed on if it's easy to remember. Huh, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, but then at that point, how real is the stories if it's just, oh, 7 mysteries rolls off the tongue? What about the 7 mysteries caught your attention? Are there these really ghost stories? So I read some of the stories, and none of them were, well, scary. I thought these were supposed to be ghost stories. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that the, Whispering Canal is scary, but it's still people missing. That's true. They're more like a collection of superstitions, really. There are some pretty disturbing ones in the mix. Yeah, like the one that's supposed to take place here, the Whispering Canal. I guess the other ones are more benign. Benign! That's a real word, benign. People who fished in this canal would hear a voice call out saying, "Leave it!" They had to abandon. I'd imagine it's a more menacing leave it and not just like an old guy like, "Oh, leave it alone." They had to abandon their catch or the canal would take it. Right. Is that what you're expecting to find here in this park? Not quite. We're talking about a folk tale from hundreds of years ago. After centuries of the telephone game, who knows if it's anything like the original story. As soon as she said telephone game, I thought she was talking about like another urban legend, not just rumors going from mouth to mouth and eventually being warped. So basically, you think the true story of the Whispering Canal might be completely different from what we know? Exactly, I'm sure it is. I mean, weren't you curious? About what? People from around here have that expression, left at the canal, right? Meaning to abandon someone. This story is where it comes from. Except the story being told today is about fish. There's nothing in it about leaving people behind. Now that you mention it, that's true. So you're saying the original story maybe did involve someone being abandoned? That's what I'm trying to find out. Ah, gotcha. Wasn't the file... I'm glad that we can kind of like not look at those and it still says that we haven't read it. Whispering Canal mentioned people missing though. Those who ignored the voice found themselves unable to move and their previously full basket of fish emptied. They would then be dragged into the canal, never to return. Like that would be someone being left behind. Well, I guess not. They're being taken away. right? Did this mention the saying, or was that the Seven Mysteries? I know there was something that mentioned the phrase that was used, but maybe culture. The park. Whatever. I could also just look back at the note. Left at the canal. I mean, like, anyone would be left. What is up with, this gotcha? Gotcha. No, I don't know. I don't know words. More talking. About the Rite of Resurrection. Oh, by the way, were we talking about the Rite of Resurrection? Can we also talk about why I passed out? Or Shogo passed out? I am, like, possessing him or something. I don't really know what's happening. Ooh, your memory is as strong as your tolerance. Is it my memory? I'm gonna start calling you Martini Man Shogo. What a name. I'm really climbing up the drinks menu, huh? Is that climbing up? So you know about it, huh? The Rite of Resurrection? A magazine ran a feature on it recently that got practically everyone talking about it. Why is that highlighted? Really? Maybe that's where I heard about it. Still, I don't know. It seems a little too far-fetched to be true. So, the Rite of Resurrection. It's a forbidden art of bringing the dead back to life, concocted by a famous onmyoji from an ancient age. Rumor has it an old manuscript containing actual concrete details about the rite was recently discovered. This rumor comes from a presentation given by local historian Hideki Urayashi at an academic conference. You sure know a lot about this stuff. That's because I'm secretly a huge occult buff. It can't be that big of a secret if it was already in my notes. I kinda got that. Oh, she was really disappointed about that. But if a researcher spoke about it at an academic conference, it must have some basis, in fact. Exactly, that's why I believe the Rite of Resurrection is real. Now I'm starting to believe it too. Good, the pursuit of the unknown starts with belief. I got that from Professor Arashi himself. But what does that have to do with the Seven Wonders? Or mysteries? I'm guessing this is the new one that they want me to look at. The way the menu works is probably like the first one is like it goes from oldest to newest on the new menu. As indicated by its name, this manuscript holds detailed instructions on how to perform the secret art of reviving the dead. This forbidden ritual is said to have been devised by a once famous onmyoji. I don't know what that is. Local researcher Hideki Urayashi recently discovered the old manuscript and gave a presentation on it at an academic conference, sending ripples through the field of occult studies. This is the first game of the series, right? I feel like Seven Mysteries is a pretty, big topic to have as your broad theme game. I guess Urban Myth Dissolution Center was a lot of different mysteries that combined into one big one. But, like, the next game is something about mermaids. Like, that's kind of a little bit, like, a simple, broad, like, not so broad topic. Wait, hang on. I've got another question. Is it what the Rite of Resurrection has to do with the Seven Wonders? Because that's my question. You mentioned the Rite of Resurrection. Are you looking for that too? Does it have something to do with the Seven Mysteries of Honjo? Shogo, you know exactly what to ask. I like you. Ooh, you're sharp. I could cut my finger on you. Yoko, you're weird. I love you. To tell the truth, it's actually the other way around. What do you mean? Well, I started off searching for the Rite of Resurrection. But along the way, I realized that I needed to investigate the Seven Mysteries of Honjo first. I see, so then... hopefully we can ask both questions, because both are important. Why are you looking for the rite? You're looking into the way to bring someone back from the dead. Does that mean you've got someone you want to bring back? You know what? Forget it. Just came to mind, so I thought I'd ask. I didn't mean to pry. Sorry. No, it's fine. I figured I'd need to tell you at some point. It's... Oh, her dog! Oh, no! I'm gonna be honest, I was going to joke that it was a pet, but, like, I would honestly be absolutely willing to do that. It's Ogo Pogo. Ogopogo? Yeah, I want to bring Ogopogo back to life. He died in an accident about a month ago. Ogopogo died? Oh right, Ogopogo was my dog. I had him for 8 years. Oh. Ah, okay, your dog. Gotcha. It's been a long time together. Losing him must have been really hard for you. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if the rite even works on dogs. But as soon as I found out about it, I knew I had to give it a try. I don't think I could forgive myself if I just let the opportunity pass by. Definitely. Now I understand why you feel so strongly about it. Thanks for telling me. I know this must be hard to talk about. But you know what? All that led to me meeting you. So at least something good came out of it. Though that doesn't mean I'll stop looking, obviously. Yoko. I'll do everything I can to help you. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. Let's keep up the hard work then, yeah? So yeah, why is the Seven Mysteries important to it? So about the connection between the Rite and the Seven Mysteries. Putting together everything we've talked about. My guess is that the original stories behind the Seven Mysteries, the true stories, are the key to finding the Rite of Resurrection? And that's why you're here searching for one of them? Do I have that right? Wow, 10 out of 10. You're proving to be quite the capable assistant. Wait, since when was I your assistant? Anyway, this is all just hearsay, but some say that what led to the Seven Mysteries coming to be was the Rite of Resurrection itself. Huh? Don't the stories come from the Edo period? Is it like ingredients for the Rite or something? I thought the Rite of Resurrection was supposed to be way older than that. Right, it seems that an Onmoriji from the Edo period rediscovered the ancient art. That old manuscript I mentioned with all the details on how to use the Rite, apparently it was written in the Edo period. Oh right, I never told you its name. The manuscript is called The Record of Fates. Whoa, what a name! And it speculates that the secret of the Rite is hidden within the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. So now the Seven Mysteries are the hot new trend. Among who? You know, this whole thing's starting to sound pretty questionable. Starting to? Come on, remember what I said about the pursuit of the unknown? It starts with belief, right? File update. Gotta look at the file update. Old manuscript from the Edo period written by the sorcerer who recovered the Rite of Resurrection. It is viewed as a priceless and authentic document due to the detailed account on how to perform the ritual. Whoa! What the hell? Feels like the air just changed. Why am I looking? Think? Why is Yoko giving me a it's right behind you look? I don't like that. Let me think about it for a minute. Something got Yoko really rattled. Feel eyes on my back, I can't move. Is there something behind me? Yoko, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me. No, this can't be. No, no. Gulp. Hey. Ooh. Nothing. Oh, now what's gonna happen when I turn around? Nothing? Yoko. Why? Yoko. Yoko. I think about it? Something's got Yoko really rattled. I'm done talking. Am I stupid? Oh, I push? It was pointing over here, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Still, she looks really spooked. I doubt she's making this up. Damn it, did I miss it? Did I miss it? I don't get this. What's going on? Did something happen? Yoko? Why, Oh my god. I'm gonna say something actually supernatural is definitely happening. What's the push thing, though? Huh? I'm assuming we're going to be able to rewind time in some fashion. Huh? What the? What is... Something's... What is it? Why is this happening? Yoko, answer me! Yoko, maybe... Get some help? No way, it can't be. Why? Why? Let's think about it. Oh! Ah! What the hell just happened? No, damn it, I've got bigger problems. Yoko, just hold on. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh god, she's not breathing. She's cold, and I don't feel a pulse. This can't be happening. Okay. An ambulance, right. I've got to call an ambulance. I need a phone. Oh, I love the blur effect happening. Right, the phone. I've got to call an ambulance. I called it in. The ambulance shouldn't be long. But, is it gonna make a difference? Her body's gone stiff and her skin is cold. And I don't think she's breathing. She looks more like a mannequin than a person now. I don't think there's any coming back from that. I don't get it. Just a few minutes ago, we were chatting away without a care in the world. Yoko. How did this happen? How could someone so bright and bubbly just suddenly drop dead? Resurrect her! Huh? Oh, that's right. The Rite of Resurrection she was talking about really does exist. There might be a way to bring her back. If someone can just drop dead out of nowhere, like they were cursed, then why shouldn't there be a way to bring them back to life? Yoko believed in it, so if I believe in her, it seems completely possible. Maybe, just maybe, I can still save her. If I believe in the urban legend that believed in her. Even if I've got to deal with the spirit senses and curses and whatever, I've got to try. Wait for me, Yoko. I promise. I'll use the Rite of Resurrection to bring you back. Right before she died, I felt a strange presence a few times. And it seemed like she saw something. Something that shook her to the bone. There's definitely something strange going on, and maybe it's still here. What could she have seen? She mentioned that the Rite of Resurrection and Seven Mysteries were connected. He's really calm about this. So maybe, whatever it was she saw, had something to do with that Whispering Canal. Whoa! What is push? Damn it, that presence again. Must be around here somewhere, but where? Is it my spirit sense? The fuck is that? Fallen object. Let's look around and think about things real quick. Something here I know I just need to look harder. Although, if some innocent poking around about the Seven Mysteries was enough to get Yoko killed, there's a good chance of the same thing happening to me. Gulp. I already knew that when I decided to get involved. No! You kind of didn't. You only knew it now. At this very moment. Cold night air feels like it's pressing down on me. Unless if he knows more than he lets on. Just standing here makes me want to scream, but I've got bigger problems right now. Cold night air feels like it's pressing down on me. Just standing here makes me want to scream. My wife's surroundings doesn't check mark. Call an ambulance already. It should be here soon. Playground? Playground's nothing. Oh, of course. I don't know how it took me so long to realize. This has to be some weird prank she's playing. Any second now, she's going to open her eyes, get up, and have a good laugh at how scared I was. I guess he just didn't have time to really process it. Right, Yoko? You can give it up now. Boy, did I fall for that one. He really got me good. What a prank. Wait, no, I've got it. You really were some sort of spirit all along. There's no way you're really dead. If she was a spirit, then she was already dead. Shogo, get a grip. I'm not even fooling myself anymore. There's no going back, only forwards. Not so sure about that, but fallen object. What the hell is that? Huh? There's something on the ground. Did Yoko drop this? I didn't notice it till now, but there's a small wooden sculpture by her side. It's 3 or 4 centimeters tall. It looks like it could be a keychain, but from how rotted it is, it's way too old for that. Despite how tiny it is, I feel an almost palpable malice radiating from it. What the hell is this thing? Cursed stone acquired, the Whispering Canal. What does that mean? Yeah. What the? Help me, leave me, it hurts. Why? Are these the Whispering Canal's memories? Gah! Such deep sorrow, of resentful memories flowing into my mind. Turn their backs, they walk away, leave me behind, drop dead, left at the canal. Kill them! Kill them! Those who walk away, kill them all! You have acquired the power of the Cursed Stone, the Whispering Canal. You can use it to kill those who walk away from you. What? Press the use curse button to kill your target as they attempt to depart? What? Gah. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now. Kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Should you seek life's restoration, take your curse in hand. Reap lives by the score. And claim their soul dregs for your own. Collect enough to sate the vessel, this vessel. And by their sacrifice, claim the gift of resurrection. Or better yet, slay your fellow curse bearers. For theirs are the equal of droves of lesser souls. So is that how this is gonna turn? So I'm assuming that every Seven Mysteries is going to basically have a figure out who also bears the curse and like deal with this. Is crazy. Okay, didn't know what this game was, but here we are. For theirs are the equals of droves of lesser souls. Now go forth and kill. Oh, thanks for the file update, dog. Here we go. A curse power kills the drowning one who leaves the curse bearer behind. Kills by drowning one who leaves. Okay. A resentful memory. Toki loved fishing with her father, Jinkechi, more than anything. With their wicker baskets on their backs, they would leave for the canal every morning and fish till the evening. The miso soup her mother Koma made using the carp they caught was to die for. Her parents loved her dearly. One day, however, her father disappeared. Toki's mother went to look for him and never came back either. Those who came to express their concern eventually stopped visiting her out of fear. Toki continued to wait all alone. Mother, father, where did you go? Don't leave me behind. Unable to bear the loneliness, she left her home and trudged along the roads until night fell. Neither her mother nor her father were anywhere to be found. Tears stung her eyes. Suddenly, the sound of fish splashing in the water cut through the silence. She found herself standing before the canal where they used to fish together. The taste of carp and the memory of her father's smile flashed across her mind. Without thinking, Toki walked into the moat. The sound of water splashing echoed throughout the night air. Passers-by thought of it only as the fish in the canal. The splashing faded, and silence returned to the lonely night. What the hell was that? It was like the curse's memories flowed directly into my mind and went onto my computer files. In an instant, I understood everything. When I picked up this cursed stone, the Whispering Canal must have cursed me. I also heard a strange voice. It told me that if I want the right, I have to kill a bunch of people with this cursed stone and collect their souls. I guess it's good to know that the right really exists. Is it good to know? But this thing wants me to kill people to get it? Screw that! Putting my own life on the line is one thing. Murdering other people is another thing entirely. And not just one person either. Scores, it said. How much is scores? Like, is there an actual number to that? So this is the curse of the Whispering Canal, huh? A curse that traps the soul of anyone who tries to walk away from me. But if I use it and collect enough souls, then I'll be able to bring Yoko back. And there was something about the other curse bearers being worth more soul dregs. Jeez. I'm really at a loss here. I don't want to keep looking at her, it bums me out.